Okay, what we've got now is we've got a Browning B125. So this will be an interesting one, trying to explain what a 125 is. Well, let's get it out the bat straight away. A Browning B125 is a multi-choke Browning. Browning Belgium do not do multi-choke guns, they are only fixed choke. When Browning saw that the rest of the world was doing multi-chokes, they needed a multi-choke gun. So what this 125 is this 125 has been actioned, the action has been made, it's been stocked, it's been fore-ended in Belgium, but it's got Miroku barrels on it from Japan. How do I know that? Unfortunately, I just know it. So there isn't any literature, any books written to say what it is. So a 125 is a Belgian-made action with Japanese Miroku barrels on it. And what we've got here is a B grade. So it's nicely engraved, it's got some markings on the side of it, but what you're looking for when you're collecting anything is you're looking for boxes, you're looking for paperwork, and you're looking for as much original information that came with the gun as you can get. So we've got the original cardboard box for this one. Now, if I bring that over there, can you read me a few things off the end of the box?
So we've got Superposed.
Ah, right. How would you spell superposed? Is that got an ED on the end?
No, just Superposed.
Yeah, but you would spell superposed, what, with an E and a D?
Superposed, yeah, but with a D on the end.
For some reason they got superposed.
Yeah.
Can you see in the bottom right hand corner where it says Browning, bottom left hand corner, sorry.
Yeah, Browning, what's that, route number 1, Morgan, Utah.
Where's it at with made?
Made in Belgium.
Made in Belgium,
yeah.
So we have to take the Q's off the end of the box. Can you see that the serial number system starts with a 2 or a...
That's it, yeah, 23614. Is that the serial number, or is that one at the serial number at the bottom?
Serial number at the bottom.
At the bottom, 252 PT.
So PT is 87. Also, there's a little yellow sticker, orange sticker over on the right hand side that says something 87.
Yep, 8787.
Yep. So that was when the gun was manufactured, basically. There's a lot of information on the end of that box.
Yeah.
And what I keep saying is stop, read it, and then you'll know as much as I do about this gun. So let's open up the box, Paul. Let's open up the box. And that is how a Browning B125 came from the factory. We've got some literature here about it, and we will have a little look through that in a momento. Let's get the gun out of the box. What's nice about this one, in my opinion, Paul, is this is a 30-inch multi-choke sporter.
Yep.
It's had a recoil pad put on at some point in its life. Now, let's get her out and let's pop it together. So, can you see the fore-end release catch on that one, Paul?
Yep.
This is how Browning fore-ends come off. Move forward, you bugger. Move forward. They do not come off the barrels themselves. All right, that's an idea of telling you that it is a B25 of sorts. Pop it together. Pop it together, and we'll put the box on the floor. And we'll try and talk about the gun. So, standard sporting stock, Paul, 14 3/4 inches long, nice piece of walnut on it, hand checkered.
You say that recoil pad was put on after.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pick up in a light the colour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where what's happened is they have run the fore-end, run the stock down and flattened it off. They've lost the finish, they've not refinished it, and the finish is just starting to pull away.
It shows up much more on the camera here than it does looking at it with your eyes.
If I roll it round this way, you will see got a nice piece of walnut on it.
Yep.
Okay, so We'll have a look here, Paul. Browning Arms Company, Morgan, Utah. Browning Arms Company, Morgan, Utah, and Montreal, is that?
It is, yeah.
Montreal PQ, something like that. What does it say underneath there, Paul? I can't read it. Made in Belgium?
Made in Belgium by... It's not focusing in. Fabrique National Hepstal.
Herstal. Herstal is the town or the village. Fabrique National is the company. Now, when I was doing the research, it tells me that in 1977, that FN, Herstal Belgium, and the Miroku company bought out the remaining stocks and shares of the Browning Arms Company, and that was where the end of the research finished. That was what it told me, basically. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to talk about the guns. Now, one of the things, if I go this way, yeah, I go this way. Let's talk about the engraving. Okay. Let's get me turn screw wherever I put it. In my pocket. Over here. There's my turn screw. Right. This engraving, Paul, if we look at it very closely, you can see that the engraving has been stamped on first and it's been chased afterwards. All right.
Yeah.
The way you can tell that is at the duck's beak here, and you will see that the eye and the shading around the top of the head have been chased afterwards, all right, with a little engraver. His wing tips have been done afterwards. The reeds that he is surrounded by have been done afterwards, chased out, I'm saying.
Yeah.
The scroll work themselves. Now here, right, that bit, you can see where it was stamped on and not chased afterwards, okay? Very few people would ever look at this, but I am trying to show people this is how close you have to look. This engraving around the edge here, Paul, I haven't been able to work out whether this has been rolled on or whether this has been stamped on. I think it's been rolled on. Again, we're never going to know. So we've got scroll, we've got a duck taking off of a pond, you've got your water here. Now, I don't know if anybody has ever seen duck fly or shot duck, but those duck there, somewhat naively, but still look like a duck, okay? Each one of those looks like a duck. And in but a moment, you will see why I'm pointing that out to you. I wasn't going to do a video on this gun, but I thought, why not? Let's go for it. So, it's not on that side. Let's look at the dog on the underside being a Springer Spaniel, I believe. There will be people out there that can correct me, but to me it looks like a Springer Spaniel.
Yeah, I'd have said so.
Right. So again, Paul, when you look very closely, you can see that his nose has been stamped on and he's been chased afterwards around the eyes. You've got your whiskers that have been done.
Yeah. You've
got your ears. You've got his chest there that's had the hair picked out on it. And here you will see on these bits that the leaves themselves haven't been chased, but the definition on the leaves has been chased.
Yeah.
Okay. And then tiny little places like here and here, these have all been chased afterwards. Also, Paul, let's come back here to the long trigger guard tang, and let's see that the original screws from the factory have never been turned. Okay. Now, this turn screw that I'm using isn't big enough. It's not the right size. It should be wider. So the reason that you should look at these screws is if they've been munched up, as I've said in earlier videos, that will tell you the ilk of the man that got inside it because he didn't use the right tools. So let's roll it round.
Yep.
Is there anything, if you come in close, so you're looking about this much.
Just the action, yep.
About there. So hopefully people should be able to see at a glance what I'm going to point out to them in a moment.
Yeah, I think so.
Can you?
Yeah, I think I know where you're going to go.
Okay. So So we've got our same scroll on the side here. Now before we move on to it, Paul, naivety, all right? Naivety is what it is. So if you're looking at a best gun and you're looking to find beautiful engraving and beautiful wood on a best gun, you're looking in the wrong place, all right? The wood on a gun is the very, very last thing that you should be looking at, okay? Because wood is only wood. They put good quality wood on lower quality guns because people don't know a best gun doesn't need good quality wood. A best gun does not need best engraving. The gun itself is what's best. So, naivety, all right? The guy in the Browning factory, when he engraved this gun the gun was sold in 1987, and I should think it probably come off the line somewhere in the late 85, early 86, something like that. Well, this is why the production costs were mounting in Belgium, because this engraver felt he had to have a stamp with his name for his name, all right? Because I dare say in the factory he was special because he had a stamp, and there was other people that didn't. Well, he's managed to engrave this gun, and he's managed to engrave this gun very, very well. Partly because it was chased out afterwards, and partly because he was an engraver. Scroll, partridge, mountains or cliffs or something like that.
Yeah.
Do they look like seagulls?
I was going to say they're free flying pears.
Yeah. How naive.
Yeah.
All right. So when I'm talking naivety, he's engraved these birds naively, and naively he's put his name to it.
Yeah.
The reason that guns are unmarked, the reason that the people don't say who done it, is because they didn't want somebody to say, God, that looks like a seagull or a flying pear. Now, as I've said to you with the earlier videos, Paul, I can't draw, I can't engrave, and that is so much better than I would have been able to do. But in the world of engraving, it's naively done, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it don't make sense to have put on the other side to make it look like a bird at a glance, and this side just to...
I dare say what happened was he was starting to run out of time, or he'd never seen a partridge flying. But this is how close we have to look. Forget the rest of the gun, forget the wood, forget the make, forget it, all of that. Just look at the 3 seagulls or 3 flying pears on the side of it. So, naive.
Yeah.
Naivety. Naivety is beautiful in its own way. Naivety. So, what is nice about this gun, Paul, is this gun was made in, as I say, 87 or sold in 87. It's in very, very clean condition for what it is. It most of the time should have been shot to death by now. So, let's have a look at a few things in the paperwork here, Paul. You've got an original Browning felt patch, okay, which means absolutely nothing, but at least it's with it.
Yeah.
If we hadn't opened this box and this was here, we would never know that it was here in the box. So there's that. You've got. Yeah, that's it. You've got a Browning 125 catalogue, which will be detailing with a lightweight game on the front of it, which will be detailing just the gun itself, basically, Paul.
Yeah. No
pictures, nothing. So we won't spend a lot of time looking in that book, and there's how to dismantle it and put it back together. All right. The important part with this book is there's a Browning warranty form, unfilled out because nobody ever needed it. You've got your Browning Multi Choke system that's on it, and what I will do is I'll put that over there. Sorry, mate, I'm trying to. That's what I'm going to do. So this is the original receipt for the gun, Paul. All right. Yep. This gun was purchased quite locally here in the UK to where we are, probably no more than about 30 miles from the shop. It's where it was sold, brand spanking new. And you've got the fact that it's a Browning 125 B grade, 30-inch multi-choke sporter, grade 2 shotgun, and this is the original price that was paid for the gun in 1987, which I'm telling you was a lot of money in 87.
Yeah, bloody hell.
£3,250. So just quickly, there you go.
That was a fair old chunk back then, wasn't it?
A lump of dough, mate. But this is the important bit, Paul. This is the certificate from Browning Belgium, Browning Herstal, to say what the gun is. Certificate of identification. Do you know what, Paul? This is actually the first time I've read it. So we've got 12 bore, model, 125
Parkour, yeah.
chase, okay? Serial number, grade B, Herstal, 15th of March, May.
Is that meant to say March or May? I don't know.
One of the two.
There's an I at the end. Is that a way? Is that?
I'll tell you what, that'd be a Belgian way of saying May. 15th of
Google
May,
that.
87, and then there is the guy that signed it off to say that he was happy with the seagulls on the side of it. All right. They're just quick videos, Paul. We're trying to show Brownings, Mirokus, Winchesters, as people can see. We love the guns. So if there's any questions, I've been getting some nice emails from people in Australia, funnily enough. And yeah, keep talking to me, people. As I said with the other videos, the two Mirokus that I've got and the Winchester that I've got, Paul, they're not spectacular. They're just unusually engraved, which is the important part we're looking for. Thanks very much, people. Keep watching the videos, and we've got a lot more to do.